teknolohiya. Alamin sa programang Pinoy Scientist. Tuwing linggo, alas 5 ng hapon hanggang alas 6 ng gabi. Pinoy Scientist. KBP Best Science and Technology Radio Program. Pinoy Scientist. Dito sa Radyo Agila.
Magandang hapon sa lahat ng mga tagapakinig ng Radyo Agila. Ako po ang inyong Pinoy Scientist, Dr. CUSTER. At kayo po ngayon ay nakikinig sa ikalawang kabanata ng Pinoy Scientist Art Science Radio. At dito po sa Art Science Radio ay mapapakinggan ninyo ang mga kakaibang storya at tambalan ng agham, teknolohiya, inobasyon, kultura at sining. Ayan. Sinusuportahan din po ng Pinoy Scientist ang pagsulong ng STEAM education o ang Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Mathematics education. Ngayon po ay pinapakilala natin ang co-host ng Art Science Radio. Nakikita na natin siya sa screen, si Dr. Corinne Robiles. Isa po siyang art science expert ng Asian Institute of Management. Kung natatandaan niyo po, si Dr. Corinne ay ang ating panauhin sa kauna-unahang episode ng Pinoy Scientist Art Science Radio nung nakaraang buwan ng February at siya po January at siya po ngayon ay magiging parte na po ng ating programa at ang ating pangunahing sanggunian sa paksang Art Science. Hello, Dr. Corinne. How are you?
Hi, good afternoon sa kanilang lahat. I hope you can hear me well.
Oh, yes.
Kamusta na po silang lahat? Thank you so much, Custer, for bringing me in again. And I understand, yes, that we'll be here together to co-host this very promising show, no? This very promising talk show that you have in Pinoy Scientist, which is Art Science Radio. Thank you for bringing us together, no? So we have here our guests today, no? Very interesting kasi si August ay he's my star student, no?
Wow.
At the Asian Institute of Management. He underwent some kind of like training, no, in art science thinking when he was taking his master's in Science and Innovation. Master of Science in Innovation and Business at AIM.
Right. At nakikita na rin natin sa screen ngayon si Dr. Ria. Ayan.
Yes,
Hi, Dr. Ria.
Dr. Ria.
Yes, a pleasant good afternoon to everyone. It's my second time in your show, DEOCARIS. Thank you for having me here again.
Yes. Okay, hindi natin napabati si August. August,
Yes.
bati ka naman.
Hello, Doc Custer, Doc Ria. Pleasure to be surrounded by doctors, in the field of science and art. So I'm really thankful to be here. And ikinagagala ko na naimbitahan niyo po ako dito. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Ang paksa natin sa hapon ito ay pinamagatang Creativity and Design as Startup Inspiration. Ayan. And Dr. Corinne, ano ba ang iyong idea ng Creativity and Design as Startup Inspiration? What do we want our listeners to expect sa ating balitaktakan sa isang oras natin balitaktakan dito sa Pinoy Scientist?
Yes, so today we are supposed to tackle the idea of creativity and design that inspires startup companies, that inspires startup projects, startup founders, anything that has to do with the whole idea of coming up with products and services that are new today, and that help a lot of people to live their lives better. That's how I think about startups, and I think Dr. Ria and August, they're in the thick of that. Yan ang hilig nila at yan ang kanilang passion, no? And I think design and creativity are very much a part of what Ria and what August does. At the same time, creativity I think it all starts with their creative minds, no? Na
Of
na-influence
course,
sila ng mga pang-araw-araw na nakikita nila sa buhay nila. At
Mm.
yan ay inilalagay nila sa kanilang design, yung disenyo ng kanilang
Mhm.
gustong i-innovate, no? At yung mga innovate nila, they formalize that, no? In their in their startup endeavor. So parang talagang mas na-experience ng tao kung ano ba yung naisipan nila, no? At pinaganda sa kanilang design, no? At yan ay nakakatulong sa mga tao ngayon, no? Na mapabuti ang kanilang buhay. Sa tingin ko yan ang kanilang gawain.
Yes, and I know Dr. Ria, I was the one who invited Dr. Ria kasi si Dr. Ria naman ay meron na siyang medyo established siya sa field ng design, material science, and engineering, civil engineering. And she's, mamaya i-introduce natin Dr. Corinne, si Dr. Ria. She gave a very long, beautiful bio note, and I'm sure August also gave his bio note. But bago natin mm, simulan ng usapan, ay magbe-break muna tayo at magkakaroon tayo ng maiksing pahatid ng ating istasyon. So, wag po kayong aalis. Napaka-interesting ang ating show ngayon. At kasama natin dalawang startup founders, inventors, and they are experts in creativity and design thinking and design para po sa mga startup founders na gustong or mga bata na gusto maging startup founders in the future to change society. Ang oras po natin ngayon ay 7 minuto makalipas ang 5 ng hapon, Philippine Standard Time. Magbabalik po ang Pinoy Scientist.
Ang oras na ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Cable Link, your link to a world-class entertainment.
EBC, Eagle Broadcasting Corporation. Ito ang Radyo Agit.
Ito ang dapat mong malaman simula ng araw sa pag-inom ng tubig ng 1 hanggang 2 baso. Mabuti rin na may bitbit tayong bottle or jug of water para anytime na gusto nating uminom ng tubig ay magawa natin. Ayon sa mga nutrition specialist, ang laging pag-inom ng tubig ay nakapagpapabawas ng pagnanais nating uminom ng calorie-rich drinks o luxurious drinks gaya ng soda, coffee, juices, homemade drinks, shakes at protein shakes. Sa pag-inom ng tubig, nililinis nito ang katawan sa mga lason, nagpapabilis ng metabolismo at epektibong nililinis ang tiyan at bituka. Kaya nga, maging habit ang pag-inom ng tubig para sa maayos na kalusugan. A health reminder mula sa Radyo Agila.
Mga bagong kaalaman sa siyensya at teknolohiya. Alamin sa programang Pinoy Scientist. Tuwing linggo, alas 5 ng hapon hanggang alas 6 ng gabi. Pinoy Scientist. KBP Best Science and Technology Radio Program. Pinoy Scientist. Dito sa Radyo Agila.
Sa Pinoy Scientist, Art Science Radio, dito lang po sa Radyo Agila. Ako po si Dr. CUSTER, ang inyong friendly neighborhood Pinoy Scientist. At kasama ko ngayon si...
Hi! See, I have to get used to this.
Yes!
Si Korean. You can just call me Korean, everyone. But of course, we're so honored to be here in this science and art show. No? So usually, my students call me Professor Romabiles. So thank you everyone for coming.
Dr. Corinne na lang tayo ngayon. At sa mga kachuchunin pa lamang, ang Pinoy Scientist po ay nagsasahing papawid tuwing 3 linggo ng buwan ng paksang Art Science o Agham Arte. That's the Tagalog for Art Science. At ito po ay ang isang makabagong katagan na ginagawa nito ay ang tinatambal ang agham, teknolohiya, inobasyon, kultura at sining. At sa araw na ito ay handog naman po natin ang episode na pinamagatang Creativity, Design as Startup Inspirations. So, before we start our discussion, medyo kilalanin muna natin ating mga startup founders, innovators. So, August, ano ba ang iyong mga ginagawa sa larangan ng art, science, and startups?
Thank you, Doc Custer. So, I think ang pinagsimulan ko talaga na marami na akong ginagawa noon pa when I was still an undergraduate sa Bachelor of Fine Arts Industrial Design. So,
At mahaba pa buhok mo noon, di ba? Am
haba
I
pa.
right? Oo. Sige.
Thank you, Doc. Matagal na panahon na nga pala yun. So, business school changed that eh. I think nagpagupit tuloy ako dahil sa business school. Pero maganda naman. So, nagsimula ako noon nung when the pandemic started. Ang training kasi namin noon nung nasa college kami as industrial designers. We are weapons designers. So as industrial design,
Weapons as in ano yun, yung mga barel-barel at saka tangke-tangke?
the genius of correct Dr. Custer. The genius of industrial design is in weapons design. It's how you protect humanity. How you protect yourself from danger, from attack. So if you can imagine, yung pinakaunang tao, ano ba ang ginawa nito para ipagtanggol niya ang sarili niya mula sa hayop o para kumain, di ba? It started building its own tools, stone tools, etc. para niya pagtanggol yung sarili niya kung sakali. So industrial design in that sense was about conceptualizing innovation or products that would protect you from harm. And when the pandemic struck, so you could think of it as weaponizing the people with something that can protect them from something that is unknown. And doon kami nagsimula as, hindi lang naman ako ito, no? Ako lang siguro ang pinaka-trabahong nagawa ko noon nung nagsimula yung, it was a movement inside of UP Industrial Designers, UP Engineers, and UP Chemists.
So nagkaroon ng multidisciplinary approach para tulungan ang ating sambayanan during the COVID-19 pandemic. Tell us a little bit, just a short bit, ng ginawa mo during the COVID-19 pandemic, and then let's see if there was a startup that came out of it.
Okay. So, correct. We came up with an innovation, and ang ano kasi noon, ang nangyari noon, nag-lockdown tayo, and we need to come up with innovation. Paano natin poprotektahan yung mga tao from the invisible virus, especially in hospitals and LGUs. So, and online you will see decontamination tents, etc. So it's nothing new. It's just about paano natin siya magagawa ng mabilis para ma-deploy ka agad sa mga hospital at sa mga nangangailangan nito. So I think yun yung naging pinaka MVP kung tawagin natin, innovation namin bilang innovators and artists towards science.
Okay, so doon tayo nagsisimula sa ganyang foundation. So later on, we'll discuss deep in depth tungkol doon sa hihimayin ng creativity and design and how it relates to innovation and startup enterprise.
Okay, sige. Tatungan naman natin ngayon si Doc Ria. Doc Ria happens to be coming from the same school as me. You know, I taught in Mapua University for almost 10 years, but Doc Ria here is a proud Mapuan, and she is award-winning in her design projects. Her work in design has been very much acknowledged. Doc Ria, tell us about what you do and what you're busy with.
I am busy with so many things. So aside from being a startup, of course, that's of course the passion. The startup for me is a challenge because if I am mentoring students and other startups, I myself should also be a startup. I am a patent agent, so if I am also mentoring inventors and drafting patents for them, then I should also be an inventor. So in other words, most of my time right now is in the innovation space, being the director of the Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship of National University. I'm working with a lot of students and faculty, but not only within the university. I am very much active externally with all the network and with all the organizations that I'm with, including the very big inventors group where I'm also active right now, helping supporting them, and my ASEAN study, of course, is there.
Dr. Cree, nanalo si ano ha,
Wow.
si Doc Rhea ng award sa design ha. Kasi this girl ay akala mo lang ano lang yan, palaban yan sa larangan ng science and technology. She's a civil engineer, patent agent, materials engineer, lahat-lahat na negosyante, even fashion, she has her own fashion line.
Oh,
Okay? So,
wow.
it would be
Wow.
nice probably mag-collaborate tayo one of these days with Rhea. She has her own fashion
Sure.
line. But Doc Rhea, ang gusto ko malaman, ano ba yung award mo sa design?
Yeah, I'm the first recipient in the Philippines of the Good Design Award, given by the Design Center Philippines of the Department of Technology, Trade and Industry, and being the first gold awardee on material innovation. And I, of course, got the grand prize by the
Mhm.
statistics addressing 10 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations.
At anong produkto yan?
This is the Polite product. It's on my background. You can see the Polite product at Manila Life Cafe at NAIA Terminal 3, third floor.
And that's a special kind of product na building material na earth-friendly, and she has a trade secret about it, so hindi na pwedeng i-reveal kung ano ang composition niyan. Okay. So, let's go.
Fantastic.
Yeah, let's go on with the creativity and design. Ano ba, Dr.
Yes.
Corina, nga dapat natin itanong dito sa ating napakagagaling na guests?
Yes, I would like to let's start with Doc Ria, and then we'll have August after uh, the ladies first. The
Yes.
first, our first question is, what is creativity and what is design?
Yeah. Creativity, creative thinking is the capability to discern a pattern that not anybody else can discern. It is something like that only you can discern. And this creativity has to be expressed, well, best expressed in terms of design. No? I want to say, I've been tagged as an ASEAN designer because of the exposure that was given to me by DTI. But my initial design is on material matrix, meaning on the formulation. Not knowing that aside from the formulation, I am also in the aesthetic part of the design. So it's something that is very beautiful to the eyes of many. So it's like practically mixing forms, colors, texture, and so on and so forth. I feel like an architect and an industrial designer.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so Doc Ria was able to actually define the two, but at the same time, she's able to fuse the two together, and with that, pretty much have a good idea of how she tackles design and creativity. Thank you, po. What about August? Tell us, what is
Ayun.
creativity and what is design for you?
Thank you, Doc Ria, for that wonderful definition. Siguro, creativity, since ang audience natin karamihan ay mga Tagalog, ang gawin natin pagiging malikhain. So, ang pagiging malikhain para sa akin yung meron kang sariling pagpanaw inside of you na meron kang ina-access na imahinasyon. So, iba't ibang
Mhm.
tao, iba't ibang imahinasyon yan eh. So it is about that person, that individual, the creative individual, understanding how he imagines and curating the way he imagines things. So since imagination is talagang ano yan, infinite, you have a lot of access to how you imagine things. So if you're problem solving, you're imagining a solution na hindi mo nakikita sa mata mo, pero nandito sa loob mo. You are
Mhm.
imagining it so that you can bring to the fore a solution, now building it with your hands, with what you have in front of you, with what resources you have. So you start inside of you, imagination, creativity. So in design naman, is for me as an industrial designer, design, ang simplest definition namin dyan is design is thinking made visual.
Mhm.
So when people see your design, they understand how you thought about it. What was your thought process in coming up with such a design? There are many chairs, but why is the Eames chair resonating to you? Or bakit yung Herman Miller chair, it resonates to you? O yung mga iba pang klase ng mga upuan. So naiisip mo ngayon yung designer neto. Bakit niya naisip yon? And then you ask, bakit hindi ko naisip yon? So yung mga ganong klaseng ano. So that is to me, creativity and design and how they come together.
So, nakikita ko dito parang kasi from a outsider point of view, kasi I'm not an industrial designer and I'm not a creative, design is more than aesthetics, okay? It's the way a person thinks and creates, conceptualize things that are new, beautiful in one's mind, and making it or embodying it para maging isang material that people will or the society will appreciate. Okay, so now we go to I know you have like the Korea has your startup. August, you've done a lot about COVID work and you finished your masters of science and innovation and management or business sa AIM. Ngayon, how do you now start? Paano natin tatagpiin ang creativity, ang konsepto ng creativity and design at paano ito magigiging, okay, inspirasyon sa mga startups natin, especially sa mga kabataan na gustong sumama sa isang startup community. Let's go again. Doc Ria, yung background sa Polite, paano na-inspire ang Polite ng creativity and design?
At first, I just wanted to solve a problem in the industry where I belong, that is the construction industry. Until such time, I never realized, until such time that the Good Design Award was awarded to me, testing about 80 contestants. That's the only time I realized, oh, I'm doing pala, and my design is not just design. My design is malasakit. So the malasakit is manifested in such a way that there is concern for people, the concern for the community. You know, when you incorporate design within creativity, it is something that, in my case, something like giving dignity to those people or to those house users who would be able to use my product in their houses. So that's how it's giving inspiration, no? And also one good inspiration is that if you have something very unique, I mean, if in the creativity space there is always intellectual property akin to that. Of course, I'm an advocate of intellectual property because I always marry customer value proposition with intellectual property. And once you had that, you know that you are first in the world. So what inspire many people is that they don't even realize that Filipinos can do something very, very significant like this. So that's quite an inspiration. A simple person can do something, then everybody
Mm.
can do it. Okay?
Alam mo, Doc Rian, kinilabutan ako sinabi mong you cared about the people who are gonna use your product, the homes. That's Dr. Corinne, ito yung mga tinuturo nyo sa AIM, empathy, right? And empathy is the basic characteristic or character of a person that
Yes,
drives innovation through creativity and design. Okay,
correct.
dito naman tayo kay August. Ano ba ang pamamaraan ng paano na-inspire ang creativity and design sa iyong naging experience sa startup company mo?
Okay. Katulad din ni Doc Ria, it starts with a problem. May problema. So, yung it disrupts your day-to-day, parang may problema. Parang it's either
Mm.
this problem, kung problema na siya, kumukuha na siya ng oras sa'yo kasi iniisip mo na siya eh. So, ayaw mo na
Mm.
siyang, gusto mo na siyang mawala dyan. It's in your face and it needs to be solved.
Mm.
So, it starts with the problem, the design process. Number one, kung ano talaga, kung if you think about human-centric design, it starts with a problem. So, you identify a problem and yung how do you solve it, if there are, may mga solution na ba na nagawa diyan, you build upon those solutions, and if you think that's not working or may mas maganda kang solution na naiisip, and you think meron tong user na magagawa mo siya ng mabilis na sa lalong madaling paraan, depende kung
Mm.
gaano ka immediate yung problemang sinosolve mo,
Okay.
Doon ka na magkakaroon ng doon mo na lalagyan ng outline paano mo siya tatrabahuin. So
Mhm.
kunwari meron ka nang naisip na solusyon, katulad ni Doc Ria, meron siyang gustong isolve sa construction industry, and she thought about it, and then may naisip siyang material, and she started working on that ng and now the beauty of it is that she's also in the intellectual property realm, na niya na proteksyonan niya yung likha ng kanyang isip, yung intellectual property dun sa component na yun. So, in terms of startup, para sa ating mga mga nakikinig sa estasyong ito, kung meron silang naiisip na idea, and napapanaginipan na nila, one, pag natutulog sila, iniisip na rin nila, two,
I'm
yung
sure
tipong maraming ganun, di ba? Yung parang
mm,
iniisip mo na siya palagi at napapanaginipan mo na siya, nagagalaw mo na siya sa panaginip mo at gumigising ka na, it's the first thought that comes into your mind. Then you start outlining what you need to do to make that manifest. Ano ba talaga ang kinaan kong gawin? So does it start with a drawing? Does it start with an experiment, an iteration of a design? Or tapping networks, tapping people who are experts in the field? So kailangan mong ipagsama-sama yun ng dahan-dahan. Pero ang pinakamaganda siguro that you will only tend to think or fantasize about thoughts that you're already an expert in. So kunwari eksperto na ako dito, ito na yung mga pag-iisipan kong mga problema kasi most likely ito yung mga masusolusyonan ko. So yun.
may sinabi kang human-centered design. Paki-expound yan.
So human-centered design is identifying problems na kinakaharap ng mga tao. Like kunwari in yung everyday we have opportunities that we can solve. Potholes na sa daan, pinto ang mali ang pagkaka-design. Everyday things that you deal with that you think needs to be solved, like flushing the toilet. How many times do you flush the toilet? Ano ang impact nito sa sustainability goals, sa tubig, etc. So once it preoccupies you to a point na you are invested ka na emotionally dun sa problemang yun, I think it's the beginning point that you have to try and solve that. So human-centric design is me as a designer, an innovator, an inventor, thinking of a solution for human beings that I don't know, for people that are not related to me in the future, having that same problem but me solving it in the present. So it's something like that.
Okay, fantastic. We're learning a lot talaga sa ating programang ito. Ang dami ko nang natututunan, no? Konti pa lang oras.
Ate ko pang teacher, ha? Baliktad.
I think lahat tayo may experience na mag-share ng ating mga knowledge sa mga tao. So we're all teachers in our own right. Okay, so I would like to ask again, no, our female startup founder, no, si Doc Ria, how do creativity and design as inspiration sustain startups? Kasi as August was saying in his experience, there is you come up with in your head, you imagined it, and then you conceive it in your brain, but then it also gets realized, diba? And so you have a new product, you have a new service, and you patent it. But then after that, how do you carry it through? How does it become sustainable? Does creativity and design still contribute to the sustainability?
Teka muna, Dr. Corinne, ha, kasi it's already 5:29 p.m. So bago natin sagutin ang tanong kay ni Dr. Ria, ay tayo muna ay may maiksing mensahe mula sa estasyon. Ang oras po natin ngayon ay 30 minuto. Very well timed, no? 30 minuto, makalipas sa 5 ng hapon, Philippines Standard Time. Magbabalik po ang Pinoy Scientist. Huwag kayong aalis at umiinit na naman po ang ating discussions.
EBC, Eagle Broadcasting Corporation. Ito ang Radyo Agit.
Si Siguradong walang lamig ang tatalo sa yakap ng suporta at pagmamahal ninyo sa amin. Mga netizens mula sa Baguio, tara na at maki-net together. This coming February 12, magkikita-kita tayong lahat sa CAP John Hay Trade and Cultural Center, Baguio City. Let's net together, Baguio! Makakasama natin ang mga paborito niyong stars ng Net25 na pinangungunahan nila Eric Quizon, Epi Quizon, Vandolph Quizon, Bia Guanyo Mago, Diana Meneses, Jenny Quizon, Love Anyoven, Darwin Mayley, Tony Petgaba, Emma Tiglao, Wedge Kojama, Yo Andrada, Isabel de los Santos, Billy Hackinson, Anthony Ocampo, Fourth Impact, Yuki Takahashi, Alexa Miro, Empoy Marquez, Aramina, Agamula at Tito Vic and Joey. Hindi na kami makapaghintay na makasama kayong lahat. Let's net together, Baguio! Net25 would like to thank the following sponsors: Mr. DIY, always low price; Reynold Max, the portable fire extinguisher, stronger than fire; EO Executive Optical, for expert eye care, come to EO Executive Optical with over 200 stores nationwide. EO Executive Optical, love your eyes. Silka Green Papaya Soap, dahil ang tunay na sign ng pagpapaputi, kita in as early as 7 days. Aqua Skin Philippines. For more information, you may contact us at Aqua Skin Philippines official Twitter account at Aqua Skin PH, Organic California. It's not just a healthy drink, it's a lifestyle. Goshi Herbal Coffee, ang official coffee ng mga healthy. Open for distributors and resellers. Diana Stalder, face, body, skincare. The promise of a better you. Biogenic. Protect each day the biogenic way. Juicy Cologne, making our sweetness shine. Harper and Hill, Mr. Donut, nakatutuwa. McDonald's, love ko to.
Mga bagong kaalaman sa siyensya at teknolohiya. Alamin sa programang Pinoy Scientist. Tuwing linggo, alas 5 ng hapon hanggang alas 6 ng gabi. Pinoy Scientist. KBP Best Science and Technology Radio Program. Pinoy Scientist. Dito sa Radyo Agila.
Nagbabalik sa Pinoy Scientist Art Science Radio dito lang po sa Radyo Agila. Ako po si Dr. CUSTER, ang inyong friendly neighborhood Pinoy Scientist. At sa mga kakatune in pa lang, ang paksa natin sa ating programa ay Creativity and Design as Startup Inspiration. At kasama natin si Dr. Corinne. Hello, Dr. Corinne.
Hi. Yes, I'm back. I'm actually mesmerized by you, CUSTER, and our guests, no? So let me just repeat my question kanina.
But before you notice ko lang marami tayong sponsors for today. So ibig sabihin,
okay.
Doc Rhea, August, and Dr. Corinne ha, ipa-require niya mga estudyante niya na makinig sa ating usapin ngayon kasi syempre ang daming natututunan dito sa ating talakayan with our experts tungkol sa art science, which is now a growing movement in the Philippines. Okay? So lahat po kayo makinig po ha, yung mga tagapakinig natin sa mga kaibigan, i-share niyo po ang ating link dito sa Pinoy Scientist para mapakinggan at matutunan natin ang tungkol sa inobasyon at creativity and design at art science.
Yes. Yeah, they're all interrelated. So the previous question was, and Doc Rhea is about to answer it, why do we need creativity and design to sustain our startups? Like, do we have to further our creativity and like design thinking so that we know what to do after we've created something?
Yeah. My company actually, my startup is a research and development company. So therefore, research and innovation is a backbone, and this is the only way that we can compete globally. So there is already a technology plan that you have to be sure that when your product is being copied, you're always 10 steps ahead of your competitors because you're ready with so many things. If you are into the creative and design space, you just only realize that there are more than 1,000 ways to exploit your product. In fact, I don't know if I can be having my whole lifetime exploring the technology that I had right now. And I'm also a designer enabler because I give designers the technology. So if I want to
In
exhaust
other words,
more,
lalaruin ng mga designers ang mga materials mo, parang gano'n,
yes,
right?
the
Okay.
designers are the hit, no? Sila yung daan. So, kung sila ang maglalaro ng creativity, they could be expressing one of their own, hindi sila pwede magkapare-pareho, and that's the beauty of it.
What is in your material that makes designers crazy about?
I always use the three adjectives. The one is it's sustainable because I shy away from the use of cement, which is contributes to 8% of the carbon dioxide emission. I use natural fillers as well, and the combination of it gives the instant beauty or inherent beauty. Nandun na siya, no? Pagagandahin mo na lang siya, lagyan mo na siya ng mga additives para mas gumanda. And of course, lastly, it's strong. It can withstand the highest earthquake and the highest wind load that we have in the Philippines so far. We've, been doing a lot of simulation using finite element analysis, of course, with the help of Balik Scientist, Engineer VP Reyes. No, we are exploring different forms of houses. Could be igloo, could be round, could be square, could be tapered, anything. It's very strong.
So, yung
Fantastic.
material mo ay nagbibigay ng inspirasyon. Pag nalaman ng designers ay ma-ignite ang kanilang imagination para makadesign ng mga bagong materials gaya ng mga nakikita natin sa screen na sinuportahan ng Department of Science and Technology Application, ano yung topic?
Technology Application Promotion Institute.
Institute, yes. So pasalamatan natin ang DOST sa suporta na ibinigay kay Dr. Ria. At syempre, sa ating lahat ng sa ating maraming startup founders na ngayon ay nag-iisip, okay, in advance, mag-apply na kayo sa DOST. August.
Mhm. Thank you, thank you. So, going back sa tanong ni Doc Ring regarding how creativity and design is helping your startup idea become sustainable. Let's talk about innovation na mga na witness na rin ng mga tagapakinig natin, like yung mga apps nila na gamit nila sa phone nila. If you look at a particular app, like let's say Waze or Google Maps, yung user interface nito is the people behind it are designers and creatives. So
Mhm.
if you will just look at the algorithm behind it, it wouldn't be so much attractive to its users. Pero since binigyan mo na siya ng form, ng mukha behind that
Mhm.
function that scientists and engineers came up with, naging mas attractive na siya para gamitin ng mga tao. So continually coming up with innovation or design interface na papagandahin mo ang isang invention or innovation. Ito yung talagang will keep you in tip top shape para yung mga customers mo o yung mga gumagamit ng innovation mo ay engaged doon sa produktong nilabas mo. So napaka-importante ang ng creativity and design in any endeavor, in any startup.
Tama.
Mhm.
Very good.
So, Caster, may
Uh,
I just add about the ASEAN? I also am an enabler of the people in the innovation space, no, because the Caster, you know that I had just completed a CHED funded research where we had this system called Ashana system that is www.aseanemergingindustries.com, which integrates data on business, on patents, and on journals to aid the innovator so that when you do your review of related literature, you are not about to access so many things. And also, the literature that we have out there are just about patents and journal, but now we included the business data para mas marami pa tayong maging startups, marami mga mag-flourish pa,
Mhm.
mga inventors.
Dr. Ria, gagamitin mo ba yan sa mga pamamaraan ng pag-sustain ng startup endeavors mo? Yung iyong
Yes,
ginawang Asana?
yes. I want to grow the data in the whole ASEAN region so that we already had our data mas confident tayo sa dinidevelop natin products.
magandang i-promote mo na rin
Correct.
sa Asian Institute of Management kasi syempre ando doon ang nakasentro ng marami sa ating mga innovators, and I have to congratulate you, ha, hindi ka na late sa project mo. Ay, actually, Dr. Kareem, ako nag-approve ng project niya before I left CHED. Kaya
Okay. Fantastic.
tuwang-tuwa ako nung kasi syempre lahat ng mga in-approve namin project kailangan on time. Hindi pwedeng
Mm.
malate kasi syempre makokover kami at saka
Oo.
sabi sa amin hindi kami marunong mag-manage ng project. So si Doc Ria, I'm so proud of her na isa siya sa mga very few people na nakakatapos on time.
Well, that goes to show, the Filipinos are really resilient. I'm very appreciative of what's being talked about now because of the latest happenings, the tragedies that happened in the Middle East, in
Turkey.
Turkey and Syria.
Yes,
There's a
oo.
lot of talk about material science, also the kind of I don't know, production that was done in these buildings, and so many people had died because of what we were talking about also, no?
I think
Putting things together and all that. So it's very timely, our discussions here, Custer, no?
so
Um,
sana lang, alam mo, Doc Corinne, itong mga innovators natin ay mabigyan talaga ng suporta. Kasi they're the ones who are envisioning a brighter future, a safer future for all. Like for example, yung nangyari sa Turkey, sinasabi nila ay malaking problema doon yung construction materials na ginamit doon sa mga
exactly.
bahay. Kaya nga nila kini-question ang pagtatayo ng mga megacities, is it really that safe?
Yes.
Itong ating mga innovators gaya ni Doc Ria, ni August, sila ang mag-iisip ng mga makabagong materyales so that they'll keep the society, people safer. So, ito naman si August. August, you had the DOST project kasi nagkwento na si Doc Ria ng mga DOST projects niya. Ano naman yung DOST project mo? Ano
Okay.
bang nangyari diyan? Mm-mm.
Alright, so yung DOST project, when we started yung Sanitents, it's sanitation tents for COVID.
Kayo
Uh,
gumawa nun?
yes po, Doc.
Ay, sikat
Uh,
yun. Go, go, go. Okay.
so, when we started yung Sanitents, napansin siya ni DOST kasi we were able to validate yung experiments namin. There was a scientist who did the experiments, and
Hmm.
it was proven to be effective. So DOST through PCHRD, para sa makikinig natin, it's Philippine Council for Health and Research Development. So
Si
PCHRD,
Director Montoya, Jaime Montoya,
Director Montoya. Yes,
siya nagpondo niyan. Mm-mm.
correct. So through UP College of Medicine, Philippine General Hospital. Ito naman kay Dr. Edward Wang, yung director naman ng UP Sable. So
Ay, si Dr.
surgical
Wang.
innovation. Yeah, Dr.
He's
Wang.
naging collaborator ko rin yan. Ay,
Uh,
ang dami natin mga kakilala. Okay, go.
yes.
Mm-mm.
So Dr. Edward Wang, he started yung Cebol, tapos it was housed under Cebol. It's called the Sanipod. It's an improved version. Parang higher version ng Sanitens. This time it's yes, government funded siya, tapos
Mm-mm.
we made prototypes, some of which are now in PGH. So ginamit siya
Oh,
in
good.
PGH. So it was funded, and ano siya, ang kinaganda nun, we were able to come up with a solution despite the lockdown. And yung absence ng material, saan mo i-access yan, saan mo bibilin yan. So nagawan pa rin talaga natin ng paraan para kung may gusto ka talagang gawin, merong paraan. Mahanap mo yan regardless of the situation. So yung Sanipod, ito yung government, it was the smart disinfection cubicle. The component smart was already there kasi we introduced yung hands-free access niya. It had sensors, it had Internet of
Mm.
Things. So yun yung innovation na inano natin sa DOST.
Kumusta naman ang takers? Kasi I heard meron mga investors dyan sa Sanipad na yan.
Meron namang mga tumingin na investors, and may mga tumingin, and for the business side of the things kasi yung UP Manila na yung tumingin nila.
Ay,
So,
Masters in Innovation and Business ka, ha? Kwentuhan mo
ah
naman kami tungkol din sa business part.
it was the TTBDO, UP Technology Transfer
Okay.
and Business Development, yung ano doon. So, technically, when you start something like that, a research that is in the realm of medicine, you would
Mm-mm.
really look into ano ba ang benefit nito sa healthcare. So definitely may mga investors na tumingin dyan. Sa Sanitens, meron din namang lumapit sa amin na mga investors. And yung proponent na yun, as soon as MIB or MSIB happened, you have to somewhat give your academics time. So nandun ako sa MSIB noon. Pero natapos namin yung mga prototyping namin sa
So, graduate ka na sa MSIB?
Of
yes
course.
po, Doc.
Wait, I'm sorry, with distinction and guess.
Of
Hindi
course.
po.
Ay,
May distinction lang
I
kay
would
Dr.
like to
Rain.
think with distinction.
kasi masyado
My
kang
art science class.
masyado, wait, 5 kay, you got 5 kay Professor Romabilis, right?
Buti na lang aim grading tayo nag-uusap 5.
Oo. Ay,
Oo,
naku, si Dr. Corinne, di ako binigyan ng 5. Ngarpe.
well,
Professor
anyway, so
talaga.
yeah, ano naman 'yan, the good thing about that project with DOST, it paved the way para dun sa
Mm.
sa capstone naman natin sa AIM.
Oh,
So yun naman
anong
yung
title
ginawa
ng
na
capstone mo?
yung
Ano siya?
Lotus Doors.
Ano yun naman
Tungkol
yun?
din siya sa naman sa pag disinfect ng kwarto ng mga hospital. So ito naman wala kaming solution na ginagamit. Pintuan lang siya. So more on that in the future since may mga intellectual property tayong
May
nilalakad.
takers na? Or, kumusta na?
May
Na-file mo na ba
mga
yung patent?
meron na. Thank you. Meron
Okay.
tayong inaasikasong industrial design patent and yung patent na may kasama kaming IP lawyer dun sa.
Don't forget, Doc Ria, ha? Pwede mo siyang itag sa
Yes.
iyong patent, pagpapatent. Ayan. 10 more minutes
I'm
na
quite
lang. I
sure
think,
Doc Ria.
oo.
I'm quite sure Doc Ria will be able to help in the ideas of patent and all that. No?
Nagchat-chat na nga po kami.
Oo nga, ang galing-galing. Very good. Sige. So, Custer, I'll ask our question, our next
Yes,
question. Eh?
okay.
So I'd like to ask Doc Ria again, and then August can follow. It says here, so in a world like ours today, why is there an urgent call for startups to be inspired, more and more by creativity and design?
Well, for my take there, no, kasi I believe along the process when uh, I become the Malasakit awardee, I had to know a lot about myself. I mean, I discovered so many things about myself. Um, then what I did is to establish this concept of co-creation, customization. I believe in the holistic combination of minds of not just the startup but also your customers, the manufacturer, because I manufacture my own products, by the way. So ganun ko siya ganun ko siya tinatahi. All right. Kaya yung passion, no, the passion to go it, kasi the more collaborations in your design, the better eh. Kaya kailangan more and more talaga yung nilalabas mo, kasi parang tinitis mo sila, and also you've got to think of other venues or technology on how you can even para kikilitiin mo yung mind ng mga startups na nakapaligid sa atin, as well as every individual, by the way. Kaya by the way, I just like to take opportunity. Yung AIM kasi, AIM was the very first university who invited me to share my journey. And from that day on, I realized, from that day on, all universities invited me already. At doon nag-umpisa, Doc Acer, ang feminine genius.
Mm.
Because why is it that I have to share my journey? What's so special about my journey, etc. And I have to comprehend what's in me, no? So, saan bang industry ang sinasakop ko? So, that's construction, manufacturing, and the creatives na ala kong kamalay-malay. Okay. Parang nabuksan lang bigla, no? So
Naging inherent kasi sa iyo, Doc Ria, na lahat pala ng ginagawa mo nasa realm pala ng creativity and design thinking and design, industrial design, which I really saw. Tingnan mo naman yung background. It's diyan namumukadkad ang henyo ng isang industrial designer from from your material. So thank you, Dr. Ria. August.
Yes. So, thank you. Oh, na ano ko nabighani ako sa background ni Doc Ria. It's the perfect totoo nga naman. It's the perfect description of an industrial designer. Ako naman ay industrial designer dahil nakatapos ako ng kursong industrial design. Pero actually what you are doing in its perfect sense, combining science and art and designing and coming up with a new product that is human-centric is exactly the definition of industrial design. So, that's by all means also you, Doc Ria. So you don't have to say, parang yung malay nandun na talaga. It was in your subconscious that you are creating these new products, which is really exciting. So um, in this time na ano na 'di ba, Internet of Things, everybody is connected. I can be talking in real time with person from the other side of the world. Yung connectedness natin, it's bridging every gap actually that
Mm-hmm.
we can imagine. So
Mm-hmm.
problems also, like right now we understand the problems that are happening in Turkey and Syria. Noon hindi pa magiging news pa yan eh. Matagal pang
Okay.
makakarating
Yes.
sa atin. Ngayon,
Mm-hmm.
in this time day and age of internet, everything that you want access to is in your face right now. Kapag sa telepono kaya mo nang anin yan. So the more we need problem solvers. And problem solvers are people who think about the problems in their head and conceptualize ideas and solutions inside of their head, and then ilalabas nila yan. They will make it manifest to the fore. So they will act upon certain steps. Kaya siya start up, you're starting up on an idea and acting upon it one by one. Okay, ito yung problema ko and I think ito yung mga kinangan kong gamitin para ma-solve ko yan. So the more creative people and the more designers are needed to really make this world a more beautiful place to live in. So I would like itawid ko lang siya sa mga Pilipino, sa pagiging Pilipino natin. So tayo ay malikhain. We keep on hearing that, and to me, bakit ba tayo malikhain? Parang ang sarap isipin, bakit ba tayo naging malikhain? So, if you can also think about how we are as a nation or yung
Mm-hmm.
archipelago, that we are surrounded by islands. And
Mm-hmm.
when we travel by sea, we see a particular island. It blocks our sight towards what is next to that island. Ano ba yung nasa kabilang dako ng bundok na ito, or whatever it is that's in front of you, which makes you think and imagine what is beyond what you see. So naging malikhain tayo, and that's what I think about the Filipinos, being very very malikhain. Yung parang ito lang ang nakikita mo, ito lang ang resources mo, but you keep thinking of what else is out there. It's because our sights are being blocked. Not unlike comparing it and contrasting it with other nations that they see to the end, towards the end of their nakikita nila. Ito, there are so many surprises that is there for you every after island that you hop onto. So we just really need to cultivate that as a nation, scientists, artists, art and science thinking. And that is the beauty of it. So there's a very big future para sa mga Pilipino, sa mga makikinig natin.
Ang laki ng ngiti ni Dr. Corinne. Parang yan ang lecture mo. Talagang tumatak sa puso ng mga estudyante mo ang iyong
Well,
pagiging art science professor. I mean, August, yan din ang sinabi ni Dr. Corinne eh.
Ganun
yeah,
ba?
yeah. I'm inspired by actually art practitioners like Ria, like August, and like you, Custer. Like we see you guys bringing to life what maybe theories that had inspired scientists all throughout the history of the world. You can borrow ideas from, I don't know what, Einstein. So you borrowed idea
Yes.
from Filipino scientist Felipe de Leon, for example, who is in culture. You put it together, and then you come up with a product that you can
It's
even
something
sell, put in
brilliant
the
and
rack.
genius,
Diba?
right?
Galing.
And it's really very inspiring. We only have 2 more minutes left. At saka, I think that sums up and synthesize the entire discussion yung sinabi ng ating professor, art science professor na si Dr. Corinne Romabiles. At syempre, nais kong pasalamatan ang ating dalawang panauhin, August and Doc Ria. Thank you very much and continue well in your work and great applause down here. Ano nga ni Sarah Van Bretnack, isa po siyang American novelist, the world needs dreamers and the world needs doers. But above all, the world needs most are dreamers that do. At nakita natin yan sa ating mga guests ngayon who are all trying to change and improve society in their own small ways through their brilliant minds, imaginative minds, design thinking minds. Nais po natin pasalamatan si Ka Nelson Lubaw, ang ating station manager ng Radyo Agila, Kuya Eric Arbite, Jonas Pascual at ang lahat ng tech team po ng ating istasyon. Sa ngalan po ni Dr. J. Agapito, ang ating makatang siyentista. Dr. Guido David, Professor Octa. Ako po si Dr. Custer. Dr. Corinne.
Thank you. Get used to this, you know.
Yeah,
Thank you,
okay.
everyone. Thank you, Ria and August. At sa kanilang lahat, magandang gabi po.
Magkita-kita na naman po tayo sa susunod na linggo. Dito lang po sa programa na kung saan ang siyensya ay buhay. Abangan po natin ang Pure Country Sunday hosted by Leandro Denver Garcia. Maraming salamat po.